How many more are there going to be? Innocent lives ruined? And I can't bear to think about how the world is going to take another life, so please, please don't do it. It's not your time. I know that this is close to home, and I think that every person knows of somebody close who decided to put it to an end. A family member or a friend, and you never even knew what was going on in their head. And how is it that I feel so desensitized to the reality of this life that reports on another kid that's no longer alive? And in the blink of an eye, it all seems to be over. And how did it get so bad to be driven to something like that? I don't pretend to be able to understand everyone else's situation, but against this move of evil, we have to take a stand. We can't lose any more or sacrifice another life, because these kids are precious, and for their life, somebody has paid a price. Oh, if I could talk to you now, the things I'd say that I never did. And I realise now the way you kept everyone out and nobody was aware of the pain that you hid. And maybe we could have talked. Maybe that would have helped. Maybe you just needed one person to talk with about everything that you've dealt with. But how could I tell? I guess that's just the way our world works. A facade on the outside so nobody sees that on the inside you're hurt. I realise now how important it is to get the word out. And so many times before I've been so close to showing you that there's a way out. And you had even shown interest in an alpha course that we advertised, and when I asked you to come, you said yes. To hear about this guy Jesus who laid it all down, who stepped down from his throne and gave up his crown, and who was torn to shreds, who put death in its grave and all the thoughts in your head so that you didn't have to feel depressed. And now my heart turns in my chest because I feel the Father's heart for the lost kids and the brokenness. I feel like this is the most important message I could be sending. It breaks my heart to think of all the lives that are ending before they even got a chance to start. 17 is no age to depart from this world and from this life. But still people feel like there's no other way out, and on the inside they scream and they shout and they think nobody can hear their outcry. When God is wrecked with love for us and says, I hear you, child, and I can see your situation. I can take you out. I can separate you from that life of destruction, of loneliness, of a life with no hope. But instead you resort to the liberty of the rope, of the bullet and the pill, which you think will set you free, but they never, never will. This is just a short video to hopefully share just a little bit of hope, because that's all it needs. A message to say that you have no idea how much you're loved and how you're needed. And you were made with intention. You were part of God's creation. If only I had a chance to tell you that there's a lifeline to help you through, and he died on a cross to save you. And when you're at your lowest, he's with you. In your depression and your darkness, he's there too. And he loves you. He loves you. And you can know him personally. You can know the truth and be set free. You can be released from the grip of the enemy and start to live for eternity. Just cry out to God and he will answer. Give him your heart and he will look after you. And even though you feel like you've been beaten and crushed by the world, regardless of your past, he loves you. He loves you.